And, and welcome, everyone, to the third session of Flames of the Divine. And last session, in the party, it took in the aftermath of the little attack at the Harvest Festival. And subsequently were hired by Lady Hilna for a job. They agreed to Keshak ruins and to find out what happened to the last party she sent there, in exchange for a sizable amount of money. And then they got attacked again. Or rather, Hilna got attacked again. And now, as they stand on the pile of the corpses of their enemies, we begin today's tale. Now, quick point of order: Rick will not be joining us. He's have what I'm assuming is a family emergency of some kind, and so Neku will be in control of Rick for anything that might happen today. So, you are standing in the courtyard of Hilna's Manor, just after the encounter. What are you guys doing?
All right. Well, after that, I suppose just finished up with Rudy, so I would say Talus does approach Lady Hilna with sort of an inquisitive look. Miss Hilna, do you have any reason to suspect why these cultists would be after you?
No. I'm just a bureaucrat / archaeologist. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I Maybe I studied something I should have. I got no idea.
Well, perhaps that. Sorry, go ahead.
Anything that would, involve cults you can recall?
I don't study civilizations whose members are still around. And I have no idea what I might have done that I would have offended them. Like, just roll an insight. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
All right.
One who wants to, or well, Talos and Heaven, because you're the one and asking the question. Okay, she seems completely lost. Like, she has no idea what the hell is happening right now.
Well, what's strange is that they seem to want you specifically, so if you unearth some sort of artifact...
You're roboting super hard right now.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Better?
Better.
Alright, so Talos strokes his chin and he says, well...
No. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of stuff and I'm no longer sure it's roboting.
That might have been me. Murray just jumped off the bed and wanted back up because he's spoiled.
Yeah.
I just forgot to mute myself.
Talos, continue.
All right. Well, Talos strokes his chin. He says, well, they made a point of wanting you, not some sort of object, so it seems as though they have a vested interest in whatever it is that you have or what you are capable of.
I mean, I know some healing magic. They could go to any temple for that.
Is there anything special
Yes.
about your healing magic?
Well, and like she sort of waves her hand, and the a mark just appears on it. It's a hereditary. I can't imagine what they. I mean, you know what a dragon mark is, yes?
Talos just like looks at her and slowly shakes his head.
Considering where she's from, would Heaven know?
I mean, it's not really affected by where you're from. Everyone who cares, go ahead and roll a quick. Make this an Arcana check.
Okay. Ouch.
And Talos already said he doesn't. So, okay, Heaven, what you know is that they started to appear like they've started. Actually, I don't think your role would be high enough to know all the details, but they're basically magic birthmarks that run in various family lines, and there doesn't seem to be any particular rhyme or reason, and for which family lines got them. Like they're not nobles; they just seem to be random. But they're magic birthmarks that convey magic power, basically.
Strange.
Well, if that mark of yours is giving you some kind of power that is not really available to anyone else, perhaps that's the reason they want you.
I mean, but it is available. But it is available. It's healing magic. It's not exactly rare.
Talos just shrugs. Well, not much else I can speculate on.
Yeah. I'm gonna get someone to. All right. Well, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call and some help to get this this whole thing cleaned up. And then she glances at the corpses, looks a little bit green, and then quickly looks away. And then I think I will be relocated into my government quarters in Lundruck for the time being.
Well, if it's safer there, then fair enough.
Uthal like just it just walks out and starts cleaning up the bodies.
Almost Alfred casual.
Something like that. Well, you seem as shaken as hell, so you get the sense that this has not been his first fight.
Well, Talos does look to Cielo and he says, Cielo, do you happen to have any thoughts with regards to these, well, cultists and the like?
Me in particular? No, I don't have a relationship with them, I don't think.
Well, if we're all to go on a sort of expedition to find these missing archaeologists or what have you, then I believe we should all get an early night and make sure we've made preparations.
Yeah.
And I would recommend, and like Uthal stands up, I would recommend packing plenty of ration And Keshak ruins are a very big place. You might be in there for a while.
Right.
Right, so rations.
We will be sure to stop in town to get some supplies before we head out to the ruins.
Yes, I would say that'd be most wise. We're capable of. Hang on. If we're capable of affording a potion, well, one of those potions of healing or so, then I would say we should definitely grab one.
Talos, roll a quick intelligence check on that one.
Fair enough. Intelligence. Here we go. Ah, fuck.
Should be no trouble finding one. And here,
Yeah, I mean, I've heard stories about these magical potions of healing all the time.
Yeah. Anyone who heard that, go ahead and roll an intelligence check if you want. You both pass. Magic items in general tend to be very expensive and hard to find just because of how much labor is required to make one. Healing potions, much less so than others, just because of the high demand. But it still might be so. It probably won't cost you an arm and a leg like most magic items, but you may or may not be able to find any in this town.
My chances of finding them are probably pretty low, and even then, it'll be very expensive.
Yeah, like your best shot would probably be the local apothecary. But even then, and like small town sellers like this are normally more focused on domestic stuff.
Well, it can never hurt to look.
Very well. Let's head to the apothecary.
You seem to know the most about this town, Miss Cielo, so I will follow you.
And heaven will follow them.
And Rick will exist.
And let's just say a Rick's like disappeared up a nearby tree or something.
Fair.
He seems to like him. Rudy, you there?
She says BRB, so yeah, I'd say she's currently taking care of something.
All right, well, yeah, Rudy's still got her nose in her book. She hasn't even noticed you've left.
Well, Talos just quickly says that they'll be going to buy some supplies if she wants to come along.
You go. She goes back to reading.
Okay. Well, let's do the apothecary. Zilla will lead them to the location.
Yeah. It takes a bit of searching because, been to this town a few times. It's not as though you know it like the back of your hand.
Right.
But you do find it, and Talos, you actually recognize as the person running the apothecary. You recognize her as the sorry, as the human, as the what you believe as the you recognize her as that girl, as the girl who tied with you in that eating contest at the festival. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought a bit there.
All right. Oh, it's you. Talos actually seems pleasantly surprised.
Hey, big guy, back for round 2.
Well, if you're offering, I won't say no to a friendly competition.
Right. She seems roll insight real fast.
All right. Give me a minute. Insight.
Oh my god.
Can you tell that this is one of the skills I'm proficient with?
Yeah.
She's scared of you.
I'm not. I don't worry. I'm not here to bite your head off or anything. I'm actually here. Pun. Go ahead.
Like she's like, right. Like, hey. Okay. Someone else roll insight if you want. Yeah, Chloe looks a little bit thrown by something, but you're not sure what, Heaven. And CeeLo, I didn't see you. Yeah. Chloe just tried to flirt with Talos, and it went right over his head.
Oh my god.
So just starts stifling a laugh.
Having-
Sorry, go ahead.
And like Chloe says, anyway, what is your business here?
Well, we're actually here to gather some provisions for a little excursion.
Think you want the lower market for foodstuffs? Are you here for oh, you want potions?
Ideally, yes.
Any particular kind? Because I offer chicken plucking, campfire starting.
You need a potion. He actually raises an eyebrow. You need a potion to start a campfire?
Only if you're really bad at it.
Heaven's eyes are raised like, you need a potion for chicken plucking?
Only if you're really lazy.
I like these scenarios.
Yeah. Like, looking around, like, again, as I said, this is mostly potions for, like, very domestic purposes, not generally the kind ends of things adventurers would need.
Do you happen to have a potion that can close wounds?
Like, she rummages around and like pulls out. Like, I think I've got a couple of them. Like she starts like reaching behind the counter and sort of rummages around and a bit. No. And she pulls out 3 bottles of a clear red liquid.
So these are potions of healing.
Yes. Probably the most expensive enzyme item in this shop. It'll be a gold each.
A gold each.
Each, like I said, and they do not come cheap. It's a way better price than you'd find in the main city, believe me.
So I imagine that there's a sort of what's the word? Price gouging.
Monopoly.
No, it's just no magic is very expensive to work with in general.
I find this to be pretty decently cheap.
Like literally everything literally everything else here is just press. Like, actually, I'm gonna have you all roll Arcana. Okay, anyone who's interested, roll Arcana. Heaven, glancing around, pretty much everything else here is basically just prestidigitation in a bottle. Like healing potions require are much more expensive components. Yeah, like no, not any, and Chloe says, "Look, it's a gold each. It's a gold each. I don't make the rules. It's quite possibly the best price you'll find within 100 miles. Do you want them or not?"
Well, I would say there's no reason for us to turn down such an offer. Talos reaches into his pouch and he'll pull out 3 gold and just plop them on the counter.
Hold up.
Like, when you wait, do you say that out loud?
I do.
Like,
Talos, are we staying?
She looks at and she like looks at them like she's like reaching for the gold with a glimmer in her eye, and she just like just quietly when you say that, like, and her hand stops.
My apologies, madam, but I can offer you another deal in a sense too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Talos, are we staying for the day? Nearby camp somewhere?
Well, ideally we would want a safe place to stay while we recuperate from today. Yes.
Alrighty, that's all I needed to hear. And then she like pulls Chloe away for a moment in like a slight hush whisper tone. So, every morning, Talos goes out and exercises for the day. He works out all day.
Roll persuasion. Not the best you could have done, but but let's see how she does. I know, I've seen it. I'm sorry, she rolled an 18.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like, you have a bonus.
Well, how do you like to go a little bit closer to him?
And
I got an idea.
we'll bring it up. Well, maybe we can talk about that later. But for now, I think you have a transaction to conduct, don't we?
That's very fair. I figured I'd try. Thank you, though. She just like and walks back with a slight smile.
Yeah. By the way, how close did you lean into her? Or when you said that?
Oh, I was trying to be very discreet, so I would probably lean as close as possible.
Roll a perception check real fast.
Okay.
Just like,
Oh, well, that's not the best perception.
okay, yeah, nothing.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing for perception so far.
Right. Okay, yeah, so Chloe takes the gold and hands you the potions.
Alright, so out of character we got 3 potions of healing. I'll probably be holding on to one myself, but who out of here thinks they want to keep one as insurance?
I'll probably keep one as insurance.
Alright. What about you, Lola? Out of character. You think you want to hold on to a healing potion?
They're not really healing potions, though.
They're not really healing potions?
That's what Gorak said. That's what Wedwood said.
No, I said nothing of the sort. They're healing potions.
The shopkeeper had to fish out 3 potions of healing, but most of her stock is like mundane stuff.
Alright, yeah, I'll take one.
Alright, so 1 to Talos, 1 to CeeLo, and 1 to Rudy.
I'll subtract.
Talos already paid for all 3, so don't worry about it.
Right.
Okay. Now you're set. Now I can see you're all setting out on something. And for the rest of your provision, the lower market probably has most of what you need.
Right, thank you very much.
Thank you for the advice.
As we step out, have him pull CeeLo aside. You should have made it a little more juicier. That would have gotten her interested in Talos.
I didn't want to press my luck, to be honest. It's just size. You gotta learn when you gotta learn how to fold.
Heaven just shrugs and moses on.
What are you 2 talking about?
No worries. Nothing in particular.
Just female stuff.
Ah, alright then. Talos just pays no mind to it.
They are speaking of how attractive you are.
And he raises an eyebrow.
Heaven's eyebrows raise at Rudy. When were you listening?
I'm always listening. Rudy turns the page in a book.
I would ask for a sleight of hand next time.
I have a passive perception of 13.
Okay.
Well, I'm certainly flattered, but I mean no offense, but neither of you are my type.
That's fine, but she did pull me away for that. That's the reason I said that.
Alright, I'll roll perception.
No. It's already too late now. I mean, it's what
17.
it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
she.
But yeah, Dallas just keeps going along his way and heads on over down to the general store.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Most of what. So now. Most of what you now. Now. Preserved travel rations go for about a silver. Go for about, let's say about a silver for over for a day's work.
So go for about a silver. You can get 10 for 1 gold.
And that is correct. Yeah.
All right. So 1 gold for 10 rations. So I will. I will say I will pay 61, 60. I will pay 3 gold for 30 rations.
Okay, you go ahead and do that.
I'll pay a gold of rations.
Okay, mark that down in the inventory.
Alrighty.
Heaven pays for some rations.
And I'll pay a silver, or 5 silvers out of Rick's, I guess, if I need to.
And okay, like bearing in mind, and bearing in mind, and it's gonna be like bearing in mind, it's gonna and well, gonna be a couple weeks travel just to get to your starting point, because. But there will be a hobgoblin fortress there that you can resupply at.
I will get 2 gold each then. Just better be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, what were the prices again?
It's a silver for 1 day's worth of rations.
I'll do a gold piece myself.
Right, and that'll give you 10 rations.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you getting any rations for the trip.
Yeah, I'll get 10 as well.
Okay, mark off 1 gold and add 10 to your inventory.
Done.
Okay, so bearing in mind you're going to be trekking through some rather dangerous magical ruins. Is there anything else you might want to try and grab?
Yeah. Actually, I was just thinking about it myself. All right, now let's see what we got.
Please bear in mind you're unlikely to find anything magical for sale in this town.
I literally can't afford a pearl, so I can't get the stuff for identify.
How much are you off by? Like a couple of gold, or?
And she had the pearl, and she wasn't gonna. And I can't remember what the deal was with the pearl.
And Hilna will part with it. It's on top of your agreed upon payment after the job is done.
So yeah, I'm pretty much set on my end.
All right. Talos goes looking for a weapons supplier or a blacksmith of some sort, and he starts. Well, yeah. He goes to like the general store for weapons or something like that.
There is a blacksmith in town who does make weapons. They're nothing fancy, but anything you need, he can basically get you.
All right, and Talos asks for about let's see here. Just gonna need to quickly check the price on this. He asks for about hang on. He asks for about 5 javelins.
Okay.
He asks if that's at all possible.
Yeah. Bearing in mind, and the price for any non-magic item is going to be kind of reduced compared to what's in the compendium. Yeah, because
Right.
out of character, basically how it's going to work is magic items will be priced according to the standard rules. Anything non-magic is going to be a lot cheaper because a good javelin might go for a high price. Probably not going to go for $300 or whatever.
Fair enough. So, what's the price he's selling javelins at?
Give me one moment while I look up how much they normally cost.
A javelin? 5 silver pieces.
Oh, actually, yeah. In that case, it's just going to be the normal price.
Fair enough. So let's see.
So yeah, 5 javelins all told will be 2 gold, 5 silver.
All right, 2 gold, 5 silver. So I'll just I'll subtract 3. I'll subtract 3 gold, and I'll just add the difference to silver.
Right. That is how change works.
All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here we go. And that's 5 javelins. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, javelin. 5. And while he's at it, he also decides to buy an extra 50 feet of rope and how much is a grappling hook going to go for?
Let's say all that. 50. Right. Okay, 50 feet of rope will be another 5 silver, and grappling hook. That's gonna be 1 gold. There's because there's a lot of tricky metalworking that kind of goes into that.
1 gold, yeah.
Yeah. So another 1 gold and 5 silver.
All right, easy enough.
Turns out they're very finicky to make by hand.
I mean, considering the shape and the size, and you have to make it so that it's sturdy enough that it won't collapse under any particular weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you mean ropes, actually the coiled design is what makes it so strong. They've been able to hold up a car with a phone book before.
No, we're talking about.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
Trust me. I've seen Mythbusters. I know how strong rope can get.
Yeah, I'd say. Let's see. Got a extra bit of rope. Got grappling hooks. Got a grappling hook. Got some rations. Some spare torches for any of us who can't see. And I've got some javelins. So we are all good.
And does anyone else have anything they'd like to buy?
I'm good.
Nope.
Okay, well, you will not be setting off until tomorrow. So, is there anything else you would like to do today?
I'm going to head to the bookstore and buy a couple of books.
Oh, there's no dedicated bookstore as such in this town. There's like a general store, and it's got a few things in it.
So, you haven't seen the downtime roleplay then? Alright, never mind
Oh.
then.
Yeah, I don't.
Rudy will
general-
just.
Yeah,
Rudy
I
will-
don't.
Sorry.
I don't pay too much attention to that, but what? Okay, then whatever happened there happened.
Don't worry about it. Rudy will just retire to an NRAM and spend the day.
Right. Anyone else? Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Oh, actually, one final thing. Due to it causing me to be over capacity, I'll trade in 10 rations to just even myself out.
And I mean, yeah, I guess. Hand it off to Rick, I guess.
Rick is also over conference right now. I'm not sure what to do with him. He only got rations.
Well, you're gonna have. You're gonna be eating most of them on the trip, and you'll have a horse and cart to carry them. So I'd say don't worry about that for now.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Sorry, I'm just so used that I have to carry the world on my back. I'd say, yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I'd say Talus retires for the evening himself.
Okay. Heaven, Silo, either of you?
I'm probably gonna retire for the night myself. Nothing seems I should be doing yet.
Same with Heaven.
Okay.
Early to bed, early to rise.
And all right then. And the next day, and the next day, you all I'll gather back. Yeah. Restore your spell slots and hit points, everyone. And okay, so the next day, you all you all get 1 moment. The next day you all get either back up at Hilna's estate. And the cart's all packed. You're about ready to go. Hilna rushes out to you at the last minute and hands one of you a list of basically particular things to look out for while in the ruins, like both potential dangers and what to prioritize as if there's any archaeological as an archaeological perspective. And I don't have a document for you because I just came up with this, so I haven't written it down yet. But basically, if you skim, but basically anyone who wants to skim over it, I'll just give you a general idea of what's on it.
All right. I'd say for the sake of for the job that we're on, we'll give it a read.
Yeah. So as far as dangers go, there's not a lot of traps in Ketchak as such, because again, this wasn't some ancient temple designed to hold treasure. It was a city where people lived. But there is a lot of stuff that's still dangerous, because as a lot of the magic that used to course through the city is still there, but is no longer functioning as intended.
Okay.
Which is not to say there will be no deliberate traps, but it won't be the bulk of what you'll have to worry about. Like there's like some areas might have weird magical effects on them. There might be like strange creatures have been known to prowl the ruins, and things of that nature. And as far as what at archaeology to look for, any written stuff has priority, like books or scrolls or the like.
Stuff that can be translated in the sword.
Yeah. Anything made of gold is basically useless to her. She's not asking you to plunder the ruins. In fact, she would very, very much prefer if you did not do that.
So yeah, just record what we find. Scriptures and all that take priority, and don't plunder the ruins because we'll get paid afterwards anyway.
Like if you find anything that seems to particularly stand out, then you have to take that and bring it back to her for study.
Fair enough. Objects of interest, take it back. Gotcha. I think that's seems fair.
And if you pick something up and it tries to kill you, you can leave that behind.
Very well then.
Very well. Good luck. Stay safe, and please find my employee.
Will do.
And off you go. And like you all get on the cart, and Uthal takes the reins and you all set out to west. It's westward. Having one brain fart. Nice. All right. Okay, so you set out and so you set out towards Keshak ruins, and for the first few days, and it's about 2 weeks of travel, and for the first few days, the roads remain pretty calm. So go ahead and each of you mark, let's say, 4 well, actually, do any of you hunt and for food while the horse isn't moving?
I definitely say Talos does.
Isn't the raccoon a ranger?
I doubt he'll share.
Well, never mind. You guys, and you guys don't need to worry about marking up. Well, Talos has it covered. You guys don't. 5 people. Ulthal's got enough supplies, so yeah, you're good. You guys don't need to worry about rations while you're on the road. You will need to worry about out inside Keshak ruins, because this there is stuff in there you can eat. Whether it's safe is always a bit of a coin flip.
So while we're traveling, at least this one time, Talos has it covered, or do I still need to make checks if I can find food?
And you broke up a bit there, but I got the gist of it. Yes. Okay,
So I still need to make checks?
No, you don't need to make checks for the stork. Okay, so towards the end of the first week, you're passing, but you're just the road's getting pretty monotonous. It's at this point you're in a somewhat foresty area, and up ahead, everyone roll perception.
All right.
My passive is 13.
Yeah, same here.
And I'll let the passive stand since you weren't actively searching for it. But yeah, Rudy and Talos, with your passive perception, and you start to hear a lot of squawking up ahead on the road.
Squawking?
Yep.
Yeah, Talus's ears noticeably twitch, and he says, "Is anyone else hearing that?"
Right. So this is the road you are on, for the record.
All right. Yeah, with that,
Well, one moment, you're roboting. You're roboting again.
everyone else hear me fine, or?
It's on
I can hear you
Redwood
just fine.
Sand.
Okay, it's on Wentworth's end. Okay.
Okay. Let me try again.
Am I coming in clear now?
Yes, you are. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, as you were saying.
But yeah, Talus seems to go on alert, and he says, hang on. Sounds like the cries of birds in the distance."
Jesus. One moment. Okay, try again.
All right, so yeah, Talus does say, "I believe I'm hearing birds in the distance. Is anyone else hearing that?"
Yes.
And okay. Uthal's gonna see if he can hear it. And I'll go ahead. Let's see. Hey, and Uthal says, "I heard two. The devil is that? Like, hey, actually, he rolled really high, so seems to be coming from over there." And he points towards the trees. So, okay, Rudy and Talos, you were the only ones who heard it and who really. Well, actually, now that you know what everyone knows to listen for, everyone who failed, roll again. See if you can hear it.
Right.
So, Heaven and Philo.
Ouch.
Yeah, Heaven, you still don't hear it. Silo, you now do. Everyone roll nature to see if you can figure out what it is.
The second roll was for Rick from CeeLo, by the way.
I did.
All right, nature. Where is it? Here we go.
Well, before I say what it is, I'll let everyone else roll first to see if there's anything funny. Yeah. And okay, well, no jokes here. So Talos, that's a flock of harpies.
But yeah, once Talos realizes that, you see his eyes go wide a little bit. And he says, oh, "Damn it, harpies!"
Okay, so can't so roll one. Okay, roll one. Okay, now that you know what to look for, you can actually kind of see them. And I'm going to go ahead and okay, there we go. So Talos, you can, and now sort. So Talos, you as you are starting to be able to make them out visually.
Damn it, they're hiding up in the trees all around us.
Yeah. Okay, so because of that nat 20, I'm gonna let you know more. The heart. As long as the six of you kind of stay clustered in one place, it's the harpies probably won't attack you. If one of you goes up on your own, they'll try and swarm you. And if you if you all leave the cart for any length of time, they'll probably make off with as many of your supplies as they can carry.
All right, Talos, he's keeping a very close eye on the harpies. It says, "Okay, no one leave the cart and stay together. They'll let us pass by freely so long as we stay together. As long as we stay together."
Okay. Now, as you pass by, you pass by sort of a kind of a clearing, and you look, and you just casually look in it, and there appears to be something shiny floating in the middle of the clearing.
Can any of us see what it is from here?
It's fairly small, so not from this distance, but it's shiny. It appears to be made out of metal. That's all you can really see from this distance.
This is the part where I would like send Rick out, just because I'm pretty sure that's what his character would do.
Yeah.
And so, okay, then Rick's just gonna run out.
I can't do that to him. I want to. No. I can't do that. If he was here, I'm pretty sure he would, though.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what. Rick does go for it.
Okay.
The moment he gets far enough from her, the harpies sort of leap out and start trying to swore him, and then he bolts back, and then he ups right back to the carriage.
Okay.
But yeah, Talos just shakes his head to everyone, and he says, "Don't even try it. Whatever it is, it's a trap. It's a trap that the harpies lured down. They're rather intelligent creatures, very sneaky. Don't fall for it."
Probably not even worth anything anyway.
And even if it was of worth, I would still say don't bother. Survival is more important than whatever riches you can get from that thing. Right then. Shall we keep moving?
Suppose so.
All right then. And and so once you get far away, Uthal Commons. Yes, you see. Yes, we means we're getting close to Keshak. You see stuff like that at around around here. Weird things just there. The Harpies probably didn't even put it there. They just took advantage of the curious.
More than likely. I mean, after all, that's how a hunter would trap their prey. Leave down something shiny or irresistible and wait to pick them off.
So a few more days pass, and you're starting to get and as Uthal said, you're starting to get closer to Keshak ruins. So I'm going to ask you all to start rolling perception checks when on watch every.
All right.
Because this is getting into an area where dangerous things might show up.
All right, so have perception on the ready. Gotcha.
Yes. Okay, so tell you what, still going to be a few more days till you get to your destination. So everyone just roll perception once, and we'll have that count for the entire trip. Rick and Uthal as well. So. Okay, 1 second while I. Okay, 1 second while I get something out.
Tell us, are you like sneezing or something?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, my nose is a bit funky today.
Sorry, it's just starting to hurt my ears, that's all.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault, I'm just sensitive to some sounds.
I know. I'll try and keep myself muted, unless I need to talk. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Relax.
Okay. So, that's unfortunate. So, you're only about. So you're only about a day's travel out from the Hobgoblin Fortress at this point, and Silo is on watch at the time, and everyone else is asleep. When
I'm an elf.
Well, same deal. When suddenly, Heaven, Heaven is woken up by a sharp pain in her arm. As you suffer 6 piercing damage, and I need you to make a quick Constitution saving throw.
Ow.
So that's another 3 poison damage, and you wake up and see this thing. It's
We're still
fairly
on the map.
and
You can't see anything.
Yeah, I can't see a thing.
There we go.
Oh. I've been bitten by a snake, two-headed snake.
and yes, no map for this because it's no map for this because it's lit and because it's literally just one opponent and Dan, probably die pretty fast. That said, it does get an extra attack, but it will not have advantage on this turn. And before you say anything else, Lala, it got a natural 20 on its stealth check. Is why.
Okay.
Okay, so that hits you again, unfortunately.
God dang it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need you. So, by the way, I assume you scream in pain.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone else is woken up by this. Make another Constitution save, real fast. Okay, you passed this time. So you only take one extra poison damage. So that's 8 damage total.
And I am down to 0 health.
Yeah. The moment you fall unconscious, it grabs you and tries to just slither off with you, getting about 15 feet away. Yeah, that hits and you cut off both its heads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's not a super strong monster. Like, Uthal, like, he rushes over with a very large musket out. Oh dear. Oh dear. Is anyone going to help her?
After cutting off its head, Talus immediately goes over to Heaven's side and looks at the wound. Does she look like she's poisoned, or is it just poison damage she's taken?
Real quick medicine check. I mean, she's been poisoned either way, but I get what you mean.
Medicine.
And the poison the snake used was fast acting and probably hits her system hard and then doesn't do anything lasting. So,
right.
So yeah, in terms, yes, she just took poison damage.
All right. Doesn't seem like it's permanently hurt her in any way. Talos rests a hand on the wound, and how many hit points does Heaven have in total?
0. Oh, normally 17.
All right. Well, he'll use all right. Well, I'll say he'll use the full 10 to boost her back to most of her health.
Uthal is rummaging through the car, are pulling out one of the scrolls. The healing scrolls he's delivering, and he puts it away. So there is an example of the kind of dangers you will be facing in Keshak Ruins.
Well, that's certainly going to be a bother.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Two-headed snake specifically, maybe not so much. It's a different in flavor of nasty every time.
All right. Well, Talos finishes healing up and he says, "Are you all right?"
Heaven slowly opens her eyes. As soon as she gains consciousness and remembers what happened, she narrows her eyes and you can see sparks of electricity emanating from her hands as she's got Thunder Wave at the ready. Where is that overgrown two-headed belt?
Well, I think its head somewhere flew over that direction, but its body is over here.
Heaven looks at the body. Are both heads gone?
And both heads are indeed gone.
Heaven slowly sits up and the sparks die down, but she is annoyed.
Well, on the plus side, Talus goes over and looks at the body of the snake. Now, this is going to sound kind of disgusting, but I want you to bear with me here. Talus looks at the snake. Does it look edible?
One moment while I check it's something.
I think I heard this question before.
I mean, apart from the two heads thing, it seems about physiologically about the same as a regular snake.
So relatively benign.
Yeah. Like, the meat itself probably isn't poisonous or anything, as long as you avoid the venom sacs.
And they're currently located somewhere in the head that he chopped off, so all good.
Well, the heads, plural, that he chopped off, yes.
But yeah, Talus says, on the plus side, worst comes to worst, we got ourselves an extra bit of rations with this little snake.
It's not a little snake. It's like a banana python sized.
Yeah, well, he's calling it little just because he thinks it's cute. You get what I mean. He's making a big deal a small deal.
Right.
Yeah, and as he says that, he starts is there like a sharpened rock nearby, or
roll a perception check, just real fast.
Right. Sorry, I'm holding everyone up with this.
You find one. You kind of have to dig it out of the ground.
And he starts using that to just kind of, de-skin the thing and preparing the meat.
Heaven's not going to be eating any of that.
Like, Uthal puts the large musket away and shrugs. I guess it's his watch now. And he goes back to sleep.
Alright, well, you all get some rest now. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Heaven bandages herself before going to bed.
Very well.
Good night, everyone.
Huh? Oh, sorry,
Okay.
I was still sleeping. Did I miss something?
Nah, don't worry about it, little buddy. You just get some rest.
Okay. You do realize I don't sleep, right?
That I am acutely aware of, because you seem to know everything I do.
Right.
And okay, so a couple more days pass, and you finally get to the Hobgoblin Fortress. It's a sturdy looking place. Like there's a few carts going in and out. Out like hobgoblins with muskets on the wall. And and they stop you as you approach the gate. Hey, the hobgoblin voice speak. State your business.
We're here on behalf of goodness. He looks to the Goliath and he says, "I apologize. What was her name again?"
And let me handle this. We are here on behalf of Lady Hilna, sir. We have if you could and if you could fetch Cap. And if you could fetch Captain Kagan, and I believe I sent I believe he got the message we sent ahead of time. All right. 1 second.
William, I think the dinner's ready.
Yes, I know. One moment. About that. And anyway, you wait for about 15 minutes, and another hobgoblin in a somewhat more immoral get up. I'll have a proper picture of him later, but for now, here's Captain Gagan. And oh, hey, Aethal. Hey, see, you got a delivery. He looks at all of you. Who's the new meat?
New meat.
You can consider us hired help.
It's weird. The last hired help still haven't been back yet.
Which is why we're here.
I see. I mean, good luck finding good luck finding anything. People who get lost in those ruins tend to stay lost. All five of them went in, and none of them. None of them have been back in weeks. Uthal, and then Uthal cuts in and says, "I'm sorry. Did you say 5 of them?" Yeah. Lady Hill sent 4. Well, there were 5 of them, and guess they must have picked one up.
Did Talos strokes his chin for a moment? Did one of them look out of place? Like, well, as you said, did it look like he was just picked up?
Well, I mean, most of them were like the standard mercenary type, regular armor and weapons. There was one, and there was one guy, and there was one dwarf who was really bad with the loot. That was it was a gnome. I think he was a wizard. Oh yeah, if anyone looked out of place, I'd have to say it was a dark elf with them. I mean, she was kind of weird.
Well, it seems as though they either picked up a straggler or... No, I shouldn't say too soon.
Yeah, like the dark elf was she was oddly cheerful about going in and I don't, and I mean, if if that's how she gets her kicks, then all power to her. But I think she's insane.
Hmm. Well, what can you tell us about these ruins? Have you seen anything in particular come out? Monsters coming out during the night, during the day? Anything in
Stuff
particular?
like that. Stuff like that comes out all the time, and he's like leading you in now, like towards the rest area. Like the scrolls are all like your stuff's all being offloaded. Your carts being your horse is being stable, all that stuff. And he stops and take these scrolls to Nassar. Yes, sir. Right. And so, as I was saying, monsters come out of these ruins all the time. That's why we have these guns. And he sort of gestures at the musket slung over his shoulder. I mean, it's pretty standard occurrence, really. Nothing unusual has really been happening lately, I don't think. Although, actually, there is one pretty big one, and the she and actually, I wasn't going to say anything, but maybe you might be able to help us if you're looking for those and for the Hilna's other help. See, one of ours went in to guide them, and she hasn't been back either.
So we have a total of 6 currently missing.
Yep, and that one of ours is Chief Avarek's daughter, and he is worried is a charitable word.
I imagine he's been throwing around threats of cutting people's heads off until his daughter comes back.
Oh no, he's not that crazy, but we've had to restrain him from going in after her himself.
So you would ask us to. So I would imagine you're asking us to see if we can find her as well while we're down there.
I have no expectations, but if you could, that would be great. The only lead I can really offer you is that they started out going off somewhere kind of towards the north.
Towards the cavern or somewhere off of it?
Well, cavern. There's no cavern.
Sorry, not cavern. Ruins. Sorry, ruins. That.
They seem to be trying to start in the north part of the ruins, or at least that's the direction they were heading in. They were here for a couple weeks before they vanished, and apparently they hadn't even scratched the surface.
I suppose we'll see what comes of it.
Let's head out.
Are you sure you want to do that right now? He says, pointing out that it's late afternoon at this point.
He does have a point. Let's make sure we're fully rested and ready, and then we'll tackle it in the morning.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. So, while you're in the Hobgoblin Fortress, is there anything you all want to do?
Nope.
I guess Talus, see if there's any sort of recreational activities before going or resting up for the night.
I mean, in there's like there's like a tap everyone drinking in guards when the guards are off duty.
He needs to keep himself sober. He's not going to participate in that yet. Plus, he's got nothing to celebrate. So yeah.
Still going to go around looking for any information about the travelers that went past here so far.
And well, all right. Go ahead and roll investigation. Okay, so you find out quite a bit about them. And so apparently this particular group had been by before, or like this wasn't their first scouting expedition into the ruins, and they didn't have the dark elf with them the first time around. And then for the most part, like that notwithstanding, they seem like they're just like the standard mercenary company, like decently experienced, decent rates, like nothing ending out. As for the dark elf, like you don't really get any details on her, but when it comes to dark elves, it can, like, as you understand it, it can generally be one of two things, and both of those things are unsettling for different reasons.
It's probably cultists.
Yeah.
It's always cultists. Always. Even when it's not, it's cultists.
There's off mark I want to make so bad, at least, but I can't because that would give away huge spoilers.
Rudy just has like that old like detectives like corkboard of like red wire everywhere, and it all links back to cultists.
Basically, that's Rudy. Rudy, everything's cultists.
Anyway, sorry.
Even the beginning of my birth, cultists.
Yes,
Yeah,
everything is cultists.
Sorry about that. Just had to get a chuckle in.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just it's the part of Rudy's character that it's the most fun.
And I understand, trust me. So, anyway, another. So, and you also learn a bit about the chieftain's daughter. Apparently, like she kind of like she wasn't like she didn't do this, like she wasn't told to do this by the chief at all or anything. She kind of just struck up a friendship with one of the group. Like apparently she struck up a friendship of some kind with the dark elf. And kind of just offered to do it on her own initiative. Like at least like from what the people you're talking to have been able to gather.
Okay. Dark elf newcomer. Chieftain's daughter likes the dark elf as a friend right now, so she went off her own initiative. Did the chieftain's daughter seem a little bit like strange as they were gone, like that she was plotting and going down there?
Like, yeah, you're saying you're saying this to, like, you're talking to one of the guards who saw them off. No, not really. Like, I mean, she always used. I mean, honestly, this wasn't really anything too unusual for the girl. Like, she she always is used to break. Like, she was a bit of a rule breaker. She always used to just like go into the ruins without permission, and then her dad would yell at her a lot.
Okay, so this is nothing very extraordinarily different, except
Yeah,
the
like,
fact that she's not bad.
I mean, it's a little bit weird that he made friends with ends with the Drow, because the Drow didn't seem to want to talk about herself at all. Very funny, Rudy.
That's the image I think of when I say that. Yeah, that's the image though.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for your time, mister.
No worries. If you can find the kid, and a little bit of time is plenty good investment.
We'll do what we can. And then she bows and heads back. I think that's all I would do, though, right now.
Okay. Anyone else? I think Heaven's the only one left, right? You got anything you want to do?
The goblins asked me to dance for them. I just prepare for it the next day.
Do you dance for them?
Well, first I'd have to convince Talos to make sure. No one decides to do anything funny while I dance.
Just have a giant 7-foot tall lion man be a bouncer for your dance.
Yeah, well, bodyguard mostly, but yeah.
Yeah, he agrees to help you.
All right, go ahead and roll a performance check.
All right.
Rudy will be sort of dragged along due to the whole the fact that she typically just follows Talos around with her head in a book, and she's going to like offhandedly flick her hand and cast minor illusion to make some basically little effects on the side.
In that case, the roll will be with advantage.
Yeah, like she's gonna do it like, like a person like picking up a piece of garbage and putting it in the trash and just moving on, like it's not a big thing.
Thanks for calling my performance garbage.
But yeah, she just does it essentially.
Yeah.
So that means I'm a 22 instead of a 12.
Yeah. Okay. Over the night, over the night, at the tavern, a lot of the men and quite a few of the women seem to enjoy it. You make like a good. You bring in like a good, let's say, 34 silver. I decide arbitrarily.
All right.
Arbitrarily. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So that's about 3 gold and 4 silver.
Do I just add the silver?
And I mean, add 34 silver or add 3 gold and 4 silver. Like, it works the same thing in the end.
All right.
Okay. And is everyone done for the night?
I'd say so.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's where we're gonna call the session here, because as just in case Rick wants to be here for the actual ruins exploration itself.
Right.
Alrighty then.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Also, just also there won't really be also 20 minutes into the ruins is not going to be a very good natural stopping point, I think.
Probably not.
all right. Well, with that said, we will see you all next week for Followers of Darkness, and we'll see you all in 2 hours for Fractures of Reality. Bye bye.
All right.
See ya.